I'm really torn between great sailor or slaver, and I didn't really think those words would ever come out of my mouth. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dave. Welcome back to the wee hours where I suffer from periodic bouts of insomnia and play games to pass the time. We are back building a sailing empire in Winds of Trade, and this episode is going to be largely based on a commenter, one of my favorite commenters, Emries, who I suspect may have a degree in economics and is clearly watching this game much more closely than I am, sent me a really neat little trade triangle. He was studying the game, again, paying way more attention than I am, and mapped out a pretty decent trade triangle between Durham, Christchurch, and Gilling. And we're going to test that out sort of nowish. But the problem is we're stuck over in Belvoir. We ended the game last episode in Belvoir, which is kind of a rinky-dink town like Dollar used to be until we started pumping up their economy. So I want to get from Belvoir to Christchurch to start testing this little trade triangle, but I hate to go empty-handed. Now, part of the trade triangle is Christchurch wants tea. They are really into tea, and they're buying it for a fairly hefty amount at $2.66, allegedly. We don't trust these numbers very much because we could get all the way over here, and even though it says very high demand, it may not be very high demand. We may sell it for less, but we'll probably sell it for somewhere in that neighborhood. Now, Belvoir has tea. They have tea for sale at 84, and our little tooltip here shows some other towns where we might be wanting to sell it, but we haven't even been to those towns yet, so we don't want to go over there, start opening trade offices. Let's just buy the max in tea. They only have 50 of it, so that's fine. We'll take their 50. And we will get over to Christchurch over here. How long is that going to take us? That's going to take us a while. Yeah, that's going to take us a little while, but that's fine. That's fine. Yep, let's go over there. Let's unpause it and go over there, start heading on our way. Off you go, Captain Anthony. The other suggestion Emrys had, which I definitely took to heart, and I was way ahead of him on this. I had started doing it myself. Public libraries act now official in Kufruna. Wonderful. Wonderful. Public libraries, does that mean they want books? Maybe. So the other suggestion that he had is you kind of need a pen, paper, and notebook for this game because there's a lot of info flying around and I can't keep track of it. I was way ahead of you on that, and actually you can see right here, I mapped out a notebook. And it includes your little trade triangle here, and I'll add to this as I need to. Pause. Time is ticking away here. All right. How did we do on the tea? Yeah, not bad. Selling at $2.41. That's a nice little profit there. Yep. Just as I thought, the demand is not high enough to sell this resource. Yeah, those buying prices are merely suggestions, but we can still sell it at $2.14 per ton. That's a good price. That's over doubling what we spent on it. So yes, absolutely, we will sell that. All right, let's address the first part of what we will now call the Emrys Trade Triangle. So Christchurch to Durham. Christchurch to Durham, tobacco and wood. So let's just test that for a second. Tobacco and wood, of which Christchurch has plenty of both. They've got tons of both of those. And if we take that to Durham, way up here, a little bit of a hike. But tobacco and wood, how are you guys doing? Tobacco, only medium demand. Wood, very high demand. And I don't trust that very high demand at all, not even a little bit. Back to Christchurch. Looks like wood would probably be our best bet. It's not going to be a huge profit, but it will be a profit, and it may help the economy in Durham, and I should have checked that while I was there. What does Durham do? What is your purpose? What are your industries? So you take wood and you make it into paper, okay. And you also take wood and whatever that is. I don't have a tooltip popping up. I assume that's iron or something like that. And make it into, I'm going to assume that's tools. All right, so you do have a use for wood. This may help with your economy. And you also take tobacco and make it into cigars. Cigars are generally a high-profit item. Maybe we kind of mix and match this a little. Maybe we take some wood and some tobacco over here. And then what's the next step of the Emries trade triangle? It's Durham to Gilling with fabric. All right, how much fabric does Durham have in stock? A fair amount, 99 tons. And it'll probably be more by the time we get over there because they are, of course, making it as time goes on. All right, so let's get this started. So I want to go, let me see here. We have 150 tons. I don't want to do all wood. Let's do this. Let's do 100 tons of wood. Yeah, 100 tons of wood. Well, there we go, 100 tons of wood. And then let's fill up the rest with tobacco. I don't think we're going to make as good a profit on that. So 100 tons of wood, 50 of tobacco. Let's get over to Durham and see how this little triangle is going to work out. Okay, pulling into Durham, what can we do here? Yeah, we're only making a tiny little bit on the tobacco, which is what I expected, but that's fine. It may help pump up the economy in this town if they can make more cigars out of it, because they have no cigars, so clearly they must need tobacco. So we're only making a little bit on that, probably maybe just covered our running expenses. The wood we're doing a little bit better on, but wood's going to be a low profit item anyway. I mean, it's wood. There's only so much you can sell it for. Bought it at 16, selling at 24. That's still not too bad. And we're up to 26,000, almost 27,000 now, which is good. That's the highest we've been since we started this game. We're actually starting to make some money now. And what is the next move of the Emries trade triangle? It is fabric to Gilling. Okay, so you have 106 tons of that. Is there anything else we can take to Gilling that might do well? How about silk? If you need fabric, do you also need silk? That seems logical. I mean, are you a clothes manufacturer? What are your industries? Largely manpower, actually. Largely manpower. Why do you actually need fabric? Why, I'm just trusting the Emries trade triangle here. Why do you need fabric, and what are you buying it for? You do say very high demand, buying at 212. Okay, all right, yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, let's get Captain Anthony over to Gilling and see what happens over here. And then the next step is tea to Christchurch from Gilling. Okay, off we go, Captain Anthony. Let's take this fabric to Gilling, pick up some tea, head back to Christchurch, and see where our money is at after that. All right, pulling the HMS Insomnia into Gilling. We bought it at 121. We're selling at 193. Not bad at all. And we got our full price for that, too. Excellent. Bringing us up to 33,000. That is nice. Oh, and these guys have iron in stock now. All right. Tooltip, is there any places we might be able to sell that? Not towns that we've actually been to. Okay. So if we do tea to Christchurch, we're buying at 84 here. And what's it going for in Christchurch, or at least what kind of idea is it going for in Christchurch? Wow, that price is dropping, and it's only medium demand. I mean, we'd still make a pretty decent profit, but I think we're starting to flood the economy. Just while I happen to be on this screen, what are warehouses going for? 15K for just a small warehouse. Ooh, that is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. How about, while we're here, actually, are there any contracts we could be doing? Remind me where the contract thing is again. Stats and contract office. And we are on pause. All right, because these contracts are getting snapped up by other AI competitors. What could we be doing? I'm scanning down looking for towns we've already been to. Gilling is running a bit low on fabric. Didn't I just bring you some? I literally just brought you some. We need a company that can somehow obtain 90 tons of fabric, and you want to do that in 36 days, and it's a huge chunk of money if we can do that. A huge chunk of money. 26,000 if we can get 90 tons of fabric to Gilling. All right, everything is still on pause. Let's see what we could do with that. I don't suppose there's any chance Christchurch has 90 tons of fabric. No, not even close. Didn't think so. All right. I know where fabric lives, but I'm looking for something closer. Not in Ancaster. Okay. If it's going to be up in Durham or Dollar, we're not going to be able to meet the time frame. Yeah, Durham has it. Durham would be 20 days. 20 days there and 20 days back. That's not going to meet the time frame. No, we need to do this in 36 days, and we don't have any other. Belvoir would be just as long. Belvoir doesn't even have fabric anyway. No, we're not going to be able to meet that time frame. It's a great idea. It's a huge chunk of money, but we can't do that in 36 days. Okay, what else might be kicking around here? Again, I'm just scanning, looking for towns that we've already been to. Raby and Christchurch. Raby Manufacturing Corps needs your help to transport a party of business from Christchurch to Gahinga. Gahinga, where does that live? Because we're really near Christchurch right now. They want to do that in 69 days. That can't be that bad. Where does Gahinga live? Okay, Gahinga's right there. That is... No, I didn't want to click on your town. I just wanted to see how long it's going to take me to get there. 21 days. Okay, let's look at that contract again and make sure we can do that. Transport a party of businessmen from Christchurch to Gahinga within 69 days. It's not much money, but it'll get us to Gahinga, where we could look at maybe opening up a trade office, and it should boost our reputation with these towns, or at least one of these towns, I would assume. So, yeah, let's... Okay, here we go. I'm always nervous about the contracts because the time frame kills me. But all right, we're going to accept that. Yes, we are accepting that. So we need to go to Christchurch and pick these guys up. Okay, go away now and go to Christchurch. That's an easy hop. That's just right down the street. Just swing over there, would you? And get into Christchurch. Okay, pause. Now, how do we pick these guys up? How do we do that, actually? Are they in our ship now? Oh, there they are. Hi, they're in the warehouse. We load them in. Okay, businessmen going to Gahinga. Load. Yes, we have done that. That's kind of funny. We're just loading them into the ship from the warehouse, just picking them up on a crane, moving them in there. Hi, businessmen, you're on my ship now. Is there anything sort of that we could take to Gahinga that might be just sort of an all-purpose general seller? We don't really know what is going to do well there because we don't have a trade office. All right, we are paused, yes, because time is ticking if we unpause that. Can I maybe see what your industries are? Okay, I can. Good. So I don't even know what that is. Is that grain? It might be grain. Probably not grain. Oh, that's probably sugar. If you're making, I assume that's rum. It's probably sugar. Yeah, there's grain. So grain, sugar, let's see what else you guys might need. Maybe some wood. That's low profit, but it is kind of a general all-purpose thing to trade. Cotton, maybe. All right, so Christchurch, what do you have in stock right now that we can fill up on? You do have some sugar, and you have tobacco and wood. Let's just, you know what, we're a little flush right now. Let's take a gamble on some sugar. If they've got a rum industry, let's take a gamble that they're going to need a whole bunch of sugar for that. So Gahinga is going to take us 18 days. All right, get over there, Captain Anthony. Let's get these businessmen dropped off. All right, pulling up to Gahinga, or however you may pronounce that. Do we now unload our businessmen? Yes, we do. We unload them, get them on the crane, move them onto the dock. There you go, businessmen. Yay! All right, so hopefully that'll at least boost our reputation. Not a lot of money, but, we took a hit on that sugar. Dang, that was a bad move. We took a beating on the sugar. All right, that's fine. Oh, yes, right. Oh my God, 9,000 to open a trade office in this town? You know what? Hell no. Hell no. I'm taking my sugar somewhere else. No way. Not 9,000. That's like all the money we just made. I'm not going back down. No. Absolutely not. I'm not opening a trade office for 9,000. Not at this game. Not at this stage of the game. I'm right now. I'm looking for a town that might need sugar that we've already been to. I need to unload this stuff. I mean, everyone's got sugar. That's the problem. How about Belvoir? We could head back up there into that neck of the woods again. And actually, it's probably about time we check in on Dollar. Speaking of Dollar, how are your industries doing now that we've been pumping you up? Are you still making clothes? Yeah, you're still making clothes. Okay, what's your demand for fabric? Because this is like our town. These are our guys up here. We've been trying to turn this rinky-dink town into an economic powerhouse. So you say you're buying at 213 on fabric. What do you say you're buying at sugar? Okay. Who's got fabric? Let's just establish this. Who's got some fabric? You do. At 128, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right, I'm probably going to take a hit on it, but I'm going to take the sugar up to Durham. Yes, it's going to take us a while to get there. We're gonna lose some money on this one. Just the running time alone, it's a full game month to get to Durham, and we have running costs for this ship. But whatever, I made a poor choice with the sugar. It was a gamble, and I lost. We're not going back to that town again, though. $9,000 to open a trading office? You are out of your mind. Out of your mind. I'll stay up in my little neck of the woods. Okay, pause. Durham. Yeah, we're going to take a hit. But you know what? Fine. That's fine. I'm here for the fabric. So let's buy the max of fabric. Kind of ignoring the Emries trade triangle right now, but I'm just trying to just build up my money a little bit after that hit. That was poorly chosen on my part. Uh-oh. We're under attack. Oh, they want my fabric. They shall not have it. I'm not going to surrender goods. Let's attempt to escape. We actually haven't fought in this game yet. It's basically turn-based combat on, the ocean. But we haven't done that, and I don't plan to because we really are not a fighting ship. 90% chance of escaping. Yes, please. Manage to outrun the attackers. Yeah, we're not built for combat right now. Pause. So I'm going to avoid combat for the moment until we have a little better armament, if you will, on my ship. Bought at 132, selling at 193. Yes, okay. We're still about 3,000 down on where we were, but that's okay. While we're here, again, let's check the contract office. We are on pause. Good. And again, just sort of scanning down for towns we've already been to. Matsu to Gilling, no. Siphon to Christchurch. Have we been to Siphon? Have we been? I have no idea if that's how that's pronounced. Have we been to Siphon? Where does that live? Does not look like... Where the heck is that town? Where does that town live? Where the heck is Siphon? It ain't over here. Well, I can't even find your town, so we're definitely not going there right now. That being said, Invergordon, why have we ignored you? Let's, what are your industries? You have a lot of silk for sale. You have a ton of silk for sale. How much to open a trade office? 3,000. Wow, that's a lot of money. No, because I have a goal right now. My goal is to build up enough money to buy another ship. I want to start building the fleet up. So with us in Dollar, how's the market on clothing? You haven't actually made any clothing yet. All right, so we do need to bring you more fabric on a regular basis. Speaking of building up our economic powerhouse here, how's our investment doing in Dollar, the Dollar Fabric Company? Oh, remind me where that is. Loans and investments. There we go. Portfolio. Not bad. We're up 65% on Dollar Fabric. So we've made a profit of 5,600. I'm gonna ride that wave right now. We're gonna keep that going. We're not gonna sell that right now. What else is going on though? Is there any cheap sort of stocks we could buy? Christchurch Clothes, which only has a presence in Christchurch, wouldn't kill us to get in on that. Maybe if we can bring some fabric down there. I'm not hating that idea. We could buy more into Dollar Fabric, but that will lower our overall profit. Let's see here. General Tobacco LLC, Global Fabric, which is in Dollar and Raby, which is right where we are. Is that a competing company with the Dollar Fabric Company? Should we hedge our bets and invest in both companies? I wonder if that makes any sort of game sense. And some other guys down here, Villamonte Cigars. That sounds like a cigar company. The Villamonte Cigars. I don't even know where Villamonte is, so no. All right, let's just not do that right at the moment. Let's go Durham. What do you want again? What's your big thing? Well, again, doing it backwards. What's in dollar? Does anyone want ivory? I feel like people should want ivory. So beer, ivory, tobacco maybe. Durham, what do you want? What do you want? How are you on beer? Do you want beer? Only high demand. Fabric, not so much. Why? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Ivory, no demand at all for ivory. Low demand for tobacco. Ugh, none of this is any good. One more time, dollar. How about sugar or cotton is pretty much a staple. Everyone wants cotton, right? Cotton, very low demand. Okay, well, that's not going to work. You say you've got high demand on sugar. You say you're buying at 56. I just want a quick trip over here just to be in this neighborhood. We're probably going to take a hit on this. You know what? I'm taking nothing at all. There it is. I'm taking nothing at all. We're just going to go from dollar to Durham and call it a day, and then we're going to go back to the trade triangle and see if we can make that work one more time. So in Durham, we want to take fabric to Gilling. You have plenty of fabric. That's, well, plenty. Let me just check that again. You got some fabric. You got enough to make it worth my while. Pause. And Gilling, what are you allegedly buying fabric for? 180. Not a huge profit, but probably worth our while. I can probably only afford to do this trade triangle one more time before we're going to drive the prices down everywhere. Just while I'm going over there and I've got some space in my hold, how much do you guys want, say, silk or beer? That seems like it might be a high profit item. How are you on silk and beer? Silk, no demand. None at all. Beer, very high demand. All right. I don't trust that as usual, but, you know, we'll fill up on some beer. That's fine. Yeah, I'll fill up the rest of my hold with beer, and we'll take that over to Gilling. All right, Captain Anthony, move the HMS Insomnia over to Gilling, please. All right, let's see how we did in Gilling with those two. Beer, bought it at 125, selling at 169. Not bad if we can actually get that price. Yep, and we did. Fabric, 133, selling at 185. Again, if we can get the full price, that's pretty good. Yep. All right, well, we're back to our 36K. Yay. So that was a long-winded way of ending up exactly where we were. Next step is fabric from Durham to... wait, we're in Gilling, sorry. Next step is tea, Gilling to Christchurch. You don't have a lot of tea. You've only got 47. How do you make tea? I mean, I know how you make tea. You put the tea bag in the boiling water. That was a rhetorical question. But what base product do you need to make tea? I mean, assume tea leaves, tea plants, tea trees? I don't even know. How the heck do you make tea? Well, one way or another, I'll take all your tea. Well, let's say that. Let me just check the prices in Christchurch first. The great thing about Christchurch is right down the street, which is great. Tea, oh, you're buying at a pretty hefty price on tea. You're saying you're buying it at $265 with very high demand. So yeah, we'll fill up on tea. I'll take your 47 tons. Now, what else could we do? Opium, 422, and Emries did have a point on opium, which was Gilling to Durham with opium. So, Durham. And is, the thing I don't know, Durham's a long way away, though. Is that a restricted contraband product? That's what I don't know. Are we going to get held up? I mean, not held up by pirates, but I mean held up in port. Oh, wow. You say you're buying that at $9.49, though. Wow. High demand. You know what? Let's risk it. Let's risk it. It's going to be a stupid trade route, but I'm going to go up to Durham with the opium. Maybe, does Durham have some tea? Could I fill up on tea with Durham? What do you got? You have no tea at all. That's fine. Okay, I want to try the opium and see if we're going to get held up with some sort of contraband issue in port. So, okay, here's a risk. I'm going to fill up the rest of my hold with opium. Boy, this is just going to be a pirate magnet. And let's go up to Durham with that. All right, Captain Anthony, be real subtle about this as you're pulling into Durham, because I have a feeling that the local authorities are not going to be keen on us. Oh, we're in debt. Oh, God, yes. Okay, fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're hopefully going to sell a whole bunch of opium here. If we're not, this might be game over because I have no money. So this opium better sell. This better sell. I'll even take the shady businessman. This could have been a really poor move, but I want to try out... Yes, forest fires. That's terrible. I want to try out the opium thing. All right. How's this going to go pulling into port? Local authorities may not exactly shine on this. Pause, pause, pause. We are at negative $1,000 now. All right, Durham. What do you got? Selling at $862. Are you actually going to let me sell this? Demand is not high enough. Selling at $575. That's still a good profit, and at least we can sell it. I kind of thought we might end up with a, this is contraband, you have to sell this to a shady dealer for much less than you bought it for. Okay, we still made some money on that. That's good. Yeah, we made a ton of money on that. We were up to $43,000. I don't suppose you have any tea, do you? No. Okay. Good move. All right. So I probably won't put that to the test too often because that just seems like a huge pirate magnet to be carrying opium in your ship. But yeah, we did really well with that. Okay. I want to end this by taking that tea, but we are paused, back to Christchurch. But what else could we take from Durham to do that? So Durham, we got beer, cotton, fabric. Fabric will do well in Gilling according to the Emries trade triangle, but I think we've taken that a couple of times. Tobacco. Let's focus on tobacco, beer, and cotton. You know, sort of the staples. So tobacco, beer, and cotton to Christchurch. How do you guys feel about that? Cotton, high demand. Beer, very high demand. And tobacco, medium demand. All right, so take tobacco off the table. We'll do either cotton at 38 or beer at 145. Those are just suggested retail prices. So probably beer. Probably beer. Actually, cotton may do better in overall profit. Yeah, I think I'm going to take cotton. Yeah, we'll fill up the rest of the hold on cotton and get over to Christchurch. And then, if we make a decent profit out of this, we're going to look at the Christchurch shipyard. All right, Captain Anthony, get over to Christchurch, please. All right, in Christchurch, how did we do? Cotton bought at 22, allegedly selling at 34. Okay, we got our full price for that. Bought tea at 84, selling it at 190. Will we get our full price? Not quite, but we're getting pretty close. 175. That's still a great profit, putting us at almost 51,000. Okay. Thank you, Emries, for the Emries trade triangle. If you have any others that you can think of, please let me know in the comments, and I'll fill up the notebook with your ideas. Now here's what I want to do. I want to look at the shipyard. Buy ships. What have you got? You've got, and we can afford all of this, too. We could take a schooner. That's very low cargo capacity, but the upkeep's not that bad either at $340 a month. That's not bad. That's not bad. Actually, can I see... What is my max speed? My max speed is 16 knots. I want to get something that... Well, do I, though? Do we want to run two separate ships doing different trading things? I was thinking about a fleet of just running, you know, a fleet of ships back and forth, but maybe... Oh, maybe we just take this in a completely different direction. Okay, so the Corvette is looking pretty tempting. The Flute has a huge cargo capacity, though, but it's very slow. It's very slow at 10 knots. But here's a thought. If we took that Flute I hope that's how you pronounce that. Flute? It's got to be flute. If somebody knows how to... somebody who actually has any experience in sailing would like to tell me how to pronounce that, I believe it's flute, but please feel free to correct me in the comments. Huge cargo capacity. Huge upkeep, though. $550 a month. That's a lot. But if we bought that and we restricted it to just basically short hops back and forth, that could be a good thing to do, and it's fairly cheap at $16K, and we can get it right now. It's available immediately. The rest of these we'd have to wait. I mean, this one, we're waiting almost a month to get the galleon. You know what? I'm buying a flute. There it is. I'm buying a flute. $16K, yes. Buying it. Buying it. Did I buy it? Yes. Do I want to purchase this flute for $16K? Yes. Why is it called the Poison? Okay, that's fine. You know what? That's cool. If that's a random word that you just picked for the name of this ship, I'm okay with that. It's the HMS Poison. We got to make the HMS, though. We can't have it the something. The HMS Poison. There we go. Done. Sweet. We got another ship. Now, can I run these separately? Can I actually run these separately, or... Well, you know what? We're going to figure that out next time, because it's a good place to call it for now. The only one thing I want to do is hire a captain for that ship. So what have we got? William Cook is a good sailor. That'll be extra speed, which would be good. This ship is going to be slow. He's a great sailor. That's plus 10% speed. This is a really good sailor. 20% speed. And what does shipwright do? Yeah. Minus 30% repair costs. Okay, I don't think repair is really the issue. Slaver, slightly ethically not a great choice, but minus 30% running cost. And this thing is going to cost a fair bit to run. I'm really torn between great sailor or slaver, and I didn't really think those words would ever come out of my mouth. I think... Oh, I like the idea of less running costs. And this is going to be kind of a short hop ship. So I don't know if speed is the number one thing we need out of this. If we were running a bunch of contracts, speed would be more important. But let's go... Yeah, we're hiring a slaver. We are totally hiring a slaver. It's $60 a week, $300 to hire him. Fine. Yes, please. And shipyard, remind me how we actually assign him. Oh, there it is. There it is. No, not selling repair ships. Oh, do we need to repair? We already need to repair the HMS Poison? Well, dang. Okay, yeah, repair. Bought a bunk ship. We bought a used ship. Being repaired for 2 days. All right, that's fine. We'll assign our captain and get this guy going in the next episode of Winds of Trade. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.